So this is how I was able to do 5x my profit from last month. Welcome back, guys. It's Trevor here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, it's going to be more of a sit down video. There's no scripts in this video, and we're going to talk about how I was able to 5x my profit from last month being February. So it is currently the 29th of March, and by the time you see this, probably going to be near the end of March or already in April. So this was perfect timing. So this video is about how I was able to take last month's profit and revenue numbers and go ahead and 3 times the amount of revenue while cutting down on expenses and also being 5 times more profitable. Now, I'm going to share with you my exact numbers I did this month. It's definitely not impressive, but it's still my second month running this dropshipping business. So anything can go better, especially for April. My goal for April is to hit 6,000 profit, and so let's jump into how I was able to 5x my profit from February. So you probably were wondering, how much did you do to only do 5x profit? Well, I didn't do a ton of profit in February because I registered my business near the end of February. It was finally finished, and I was still getting things set up, figuring things out, getting things set up, and I didn't have a virtual assistant to help me out. So in February, I did $6.5 thousand in revenue with right about $5.8 thousand in expenses, with a total net profit of $800. Now, this was usually like around a week to maybe 10 days worth of profit numbers, so it definitely could have been a lot higher if I was given the whole entire month of February. However, February was definitely a lot shorter as well, so the profit number and the revenue numbers are definitely going to be shorter. So what I was doing in February was running my agency while also doing YouTube and doing my dropshipping business, being eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Now, running 4 businesses at once, it was nearly impossible to scale with all 4 of them. And what I did differently in March 2021 was I essentially paused my agency for now. So agency's on pause, and also that also means that I also stopped eBay dropshipping in around halfway in March, because I realized I had a problem with, the amount of expenses, the amount of time I was putting into eBay. It didn't equate to as much profit that I was getting out, so I decided to pause eBay for all for once in the middle of March. Now, I still did around like 400 profit from eBay just in the 2 weeks period of March, which is still pretty good. It was gonna do about like 800 to 1,000 profit if I continue it, but that also meant I spent more time on eBay, and my other businesses that did more profit I was gonna spend less time on. So essentially what that means is, if I spend more time on eBay, all my other businesses will lag down, get less time treated to them, because as an entrepreneur, you run these businesses solo. You're going to need to spend a lot of time on managing all of your businesses. Now, how I was able to 5x this profit, first I'm going to give you the exact profit and revenue numbers that I did. So today is roughly the end of the 29th of March. Today was it was a very slow sales day. Yesterday and the day before that was a lot better, but this is business in general. You do have good days and bad days. So keep pushing, stay consistent. So far the 29th of March, second, or essentially almost the second month of running this business, we did $19,000 revenue and $15,000 in expenses, right around 4,000 profit. So this is my spreadsheet of this month's profit and revenue. So we have around 19,000 in revenue numbers right here, right around 19,000 revenue numbers, and then we have software expense, product expense, and some others. I'm sitting at, I haven't updated this day's profits, but we're above 4,000 now. And we got like $600 of unnecessary expenses, but they're still good expenses because we're trying to grow everything. So we got some courses, we got the camera, SD card, softbox. So that was about, if you can see that, $640 of other expenses. So that was about 5x. So 800 times 5 would be 4,000. So I did 4,000 profit. Now this was mostly Facebook Marketplace and another chunk of it being eBay. However, I can give you what I did last month that I changed this month. Now last month I did have a ton of software expenses, especially with the agency. I wasn't spending a lot of time with the agency and was burning through all these software expenses. So what I did was cancel all those subscriptions, and essentially that saved me about $250 just this month alone. So that's essentially $250 profit that I just did by canceling all those subscriptions. I did have like around like 5 to 10 subscriptions, all of them, you know, taking your money every single month. So what I did was pause all those subscriptions and really just set aside the agency, because right now that isn't really my main focus, because I'm doing really well with the dropshipping store. I may revisit the agency in the future, but for now I decided to focus on the dropshipping store. With that being said, how I was able to actually do 5x the profit was essentially taking all my time out of all the other businesses that didn't make me enough profit or wasn't really worth my time, and focusing on the big money maker, and that was Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Now, Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, if you haven't heard about it, is definitely pretty new right now, and obviously there is, when the barrier is really low, there's more competition. So I don't know how much longer Facebook Marketplace will last, but I'm gonna milk all the profit out of it while I still can. I did actually run into some cash flow issues for just a day or so, because a ton of my money was on hold. I think it was like 7,000 to 8,000 was on hold with Facebook. However, just in the brief amount of time, I was able to get that money back and, you know, reimburse myself, reinvest back into the business, and keep growing the business. So while keep growing the business, you do want to set aside taxes. I really can't set aside taxes for now because I basically need to utilize all that money to reinvest back into the business and keep scaling. But because normally I recommend you set aside money, like budget or a money plan, so your money goes into all these different aspects of your business and yourself, like your savings and your investments. So if your business fails, you're not starting back at zero again. That was a big thing that I learned. I also had less returns, which was good. I also spent like around $500 just getting the camera, the lighting equipment, the microphone, and some other courses like a dropshipping course and a virtual assistant training. With that also being said, I also did hire a virtual assistant to take on some of my Facebook Marketplace item sourcing. So that's going to help out a lot. It's going to save me a lot of time, and overall I'm going to help someone else out that helped me before with eBay dropshipping. So the virtual assistant I didn't meet before, and now he has a job and I can pay him and he can help me out with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So essentially, some unnecessary expenses, I spent around $460, and that $460 could have been, you know, like around 4.75 to 5,000 profit this month. However, these expenses I can deduct off my taxes because they're, you know, they're business expenses. YouTube being my business, camera equipment, lighting, this is all part of expenses that help run my business, so I can go ahead and deduct that off. So that was how essentially I was able to take last month's profit of $800 from February and 5x it to 4,000 this month. And what I was planning to do the following month in April is to scale that to 6,000, and we don't know how much we can scale that up to. You know, maybe we can do 8,000 and we can 2x our profit from this month, because anything is possible if you put in the work. So next month I'm gonna have a full virtual assistant that's gonna help me throughout the entire month, which is gonna be a big changer that might help me scale a bit faster and more efficiently. And also, the DVA is or the virtual assistant is working 7 days a week, so that means I can get items listed every single day. That should help out with finding new winning products, and also deleting the old ones so we can replace them with the new ones, because this is what dropshipping kind of is. You get good items that sell a lot, and then you need to replace them because they don't sell as much anymore, or they just run out, basically people wanting to buy them, and then you got to replace it. So that was how I was able to 5x my profit from February to March, from 800 to 4,000. If you do have any questions, leave them down below inside the comments. So this video was just more of a sit down video and just a chat with you guys on how my business is going and how I was able to 5x my profit from last month. So my next month's goal is to ultimately at least 1.5x to maybe 2x my profit, and by cutting down the expenses and going straight for the money, for the business that makes me more money. So yeah, that is my plan going forward. Hope you guys enjoyed this, more of a sit down video. If you do enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button. It massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.